Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Clone Wars, you guys. I'm really excited. If you're joining me early today, you already know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So I really enjoyed last episode of Clone Wars. We had kind of the resolution to this two-parter about R2 and him getting lost and getting captured by the other side. And it was very stressful for me because even though I know he's going to be fine, you know, sadly, we did have the obligatory tearing apart scene. And what really grossed me out was, like, he was still on for that. Like, he was still be-booping, which made me really sad. But he's okay. He's back, you know. It presented a very interesting question because, on the one hand, like, I was so with Anakin, like, go get R2 back. But on the other hand, you know, we've been through this a few times now where they've brought up the idea of, like, what's good for the overall mission and what's like, oh my god, we have to go back for them. That's our friend, you know? And I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of that, like, push and pull throughout the series. So it's kind of, it can be kind of cruel to think of, like, what might be saving this one friend, you know, could lead to disaster for others if, you know, they're not successful in their missions and everything. So it's an interesting conflict. It really is. I was so happy that we got R2 back, obviously. R3, holy cow, I called it with R3. And I really was just kind of talking out of my hat, I guess you could say. I don't want to say the other thing. You know, I had no idea that I was actually going to be right, that he was really programmed by the other side to infiltrate and spy and cause chaos, and that's exactly what happened. So yeah, so we're all gonna have to listen to Anakin for a while now with his I told you so's. Yeah, and they're justified. They really are. But I didn't know where they were going at first, if they were going to kind of make it a lesson for Anakin about, like, well, you can't just, you know, just because this is R2's replacement doesn't mean that he's bad, and try and make friends with him. And but I mean, like, the more we saw of R3, the less and less I was, because he just, like, was messing up everything. And it really did, it got to a point where it seemed like it was on purpose. But I wasn't sure where they were going with it at first. It was an interesting thing to follow. But so I had a lot of fun with the episode. I did see the preview thumbnail and the episode title for this next episode, and I think we're gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be a Jar Jar app, but we're at least it's going to be focused on Gungans to some degree. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I personally, like, I know for some people, like, Jar Jar it just really rubs them the wrong way. Just people find him annoying and everything. I personally, like, I don't find, like, him to be grating on my every nerve, you know? Like, I loved Jar Jar as a kid. I was a kid when episode 1 came out, and now I'll sit back and have fun with it, you know? Like, I'm not going to, but I'm probably somewhere more in the middle on that. Like, I'm not like, oh my god, my favorite character, Jar Jar! But I'm also not like, oh my god, I will throw my computer out the window because it is a Jar Jar rep. So, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm hovering somewhere in between there. But I'm excited to see, like I said, I don't know if it's Jar Jar, just like somebody who is Gungan, but I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with that on this show. So what do you say we jump in, get started? Next episode, let's do it. Heroes are made by the times. There's my wisdom. Is he wearing a tie?
but qualified for these delicate peace talks participate in them.
She's like,
I will follow your advice, Chancellor. Thank you.
"Aw, it's hard being clumsy. It really is. He didn't mean it." All right, so we not only have a Jar Jar episode, we have a Padme episode. I'm very excited, guys.
I've missed you so much. Uncle Anno, you are very important to me. We've
That's
been
how close
friends
they
since I
are.
was a little girl. When you
Uncle.
were my father's strongest.
I know it is not your fault, but my people starve all the same.
I'm sure the Republic Senate will approve a relief effort. The vote was.
I'm sorry. It is too late, my sweet. The Separatist leader, Newt Gunray, has promised to support us
Oh.
with a very generous relief effort.
He will bring war to your system just as he did to mine many years ago.
Oh, that's tough.
Afraid I have already done what I must for my people.
That's, oh no, oh no! Really?
Your friend made a deal with me, and you are part of it.
Oh, her uncle!
I am so sorry.
War sucks.
I had no choice.
It really does.
To live in fear is no life at all.
Take her away.
Please, Uncle Anno.
Oh.
A wise decision, and will be there within the hour to bring food for your people and collect my prize.
Yeah, you know he's not bringing anything.
How rude. I'm afraid the local swamp life doesn't have a very...
Lisa made contact.
What'd you say?
No, I don't think that requires
Mm.
translation.
Nope. I don't, whatever they're talking about, it's not going well.
Wait for me!
No! Oh! Ah! Oh! Oh!
Squashing my circuits.
Honestly, though.
Where do you go?
No, 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 no!
It's 3PO. Oops. That was close.
You might want to roll on out. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Oh, it's gonna be like that. It's just, whoa. It's gonna be like that. She always shows up to these calls for help, and she always gets kidnapped.
Jar Jar. Jar Jar.
Jar Jar?
Jar Jar's been killed. I knew something like this would happen.
There's no way. Did they just kill Jar Jar? They did not. They couldn't have killed Jar Jar.
Lisa, okay.
Maybe a second and a half.
Lisa, okay, please. Oh. Jar Jar, kindly don't do that.
But Lisa saved you.
How about you just stand still for just a sec? A literal jaw drop.
Typical.
Literal jaw drop. I love it. Oh, he is. Oh, he is something.
Lisa doing nothing. That's looking like a Jedi rod. Who are you supposing this belongs to?
I wouldn't know. But our only hope is to hide in this closet until Mistress Padme returns.
If those droids attack you, that happen, try and
Why does Padme have a Jedi robe
Deeply mad.
on
You'll
her
do
ship?
more harm than good.
I think we all know why. Did you see C-3PO? He was like, oh, I don't know.
I shouldn't. I want no sign of trouble. Our people need those supplies. Wait, Lisa,
Oh, but they're gonna show up dressed as, okay.
Something's wrong. We can do it.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I think that's justified. I don't see this going too well, but I think it is good if they're not expecting a big row if a Jedi shows up.
Welcome.
Look, a Jedi.
We're doomed.
A Jedi? Jedi? Where's a Jedi?
Oh, Jar Jar.
Lisa not a Jedi.
Shh.
Where's the Jedi?
Don't you? We surrender.
To the dismantling center.
Dismantling center. Wait.
I don't know. It's bad enough I had to watch R2 get torn apart. No. Oh, Jar Jar, what are you gonna do? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's always a bigger fish.
Roger.
Take me to Senator Amidala at once.
Oh, they made a deal with the devil here. What is the cost? I know their people were dying, but shoot.
Better watch out. There's a Jedi on the loose. Uh-oh.
You know you will soon be destroyed. I can't tell you how many times I've seen battle droids sliced in half by a lone Jedi.
She's getting in their heads.
All right, cut the chatter. I want you troops to go outside and secure the perimeter.
Look at my girl.
I'm rescued at last. Hurry before the battle droids figure out what's happening.
Quiet in there.
Thank you. Let's get out of here, Master Jedi.
Jedi.
She is so smart. She always manages to like think her way out and fight her way out on her own too. That's really cool. You know by now she's so used to getting kidnapped that she just keeps that thing in her boot.
6 million forms of...
Quiet.
Nice. She is amazing.
Mistress Padme, I regret the transmitters on the ship are out of order.
What?
The ship has been destroyed.
Battle droids?
No,
Jar Jar?
Jar Jar.
Then find a communications room and send out a distress signal. Hopefully there's some clone ships within range. I'll track down Jar Jar.
Jar Jar. Jar Jar happened. Oh my god. That was such a funny exchange. I love that.
Can we expect the supplies to arrive? My people are starving. They haven't arrived yet. I'm sorry. Your request will be taken into consideration after Senator Amidala's execution. Execution? You can't. She's a prisoner of war. We were promised. You are under my protection now, and you will do what I demand of you.
Oh, yep, this is what he sold his soul here.
Be on alert for that Jedi. He is our only hope.
Oh, I got some bad news for you guys. Uh-oh. Oh no! Get out of there! Get out of there! Swim away!
The Jedi has been spotted in the South Pole.
Let's move. Roger, roger.
I think that was rather clever.
Oh, I think so too. That was his idea too.
The Jedi.
Oh, yikes. Oh god. It's like a heat-seeking missile or something, and there's that. Oh, I can see where this is going. Jar Jar, just move out of the way and it's gonna blow up the big old, yeah.
Freeze.
So good to see you at last.
Hello?
This guy,
Anyone there?
he knows what he's done.
Never an C-3PO human site.
No droids. This code is for military use.
No!
This is a priority message from Senator Amidala on Rhodia. We require immediate assistance.
Hold it.
Oh, great.
You're under arrest.
Oh! I see what's going on here.
You said okay, Boggy? You said saved me.
He worked.
My new pal.
Aww. He worked with them. Oh, kisses.
Mistress Padme.
Oh, I thought maybe they'd.
Jar Jar.
I thought maybe they were gonna blow up the slug instead of Jar Jar. But I like that they work together. Oh, he's like, where's my robot? Oh, come on, Jar Jar.
Shoot him! Shoot them all!
Oh no. Would really help if he had like a lightsaber. Actually though,
A monster!
that might not end well. He's managed to stay alive this whole time, and I think that's pretty impressive.
Have to blast that Jedi and shoot her!
Nah, he already knows what he's done. He's not gonna.
Uncle Anno, I think it's time to tell the Viceroy about our little secret. How you never meant to leave the Republic, and how you truly care what's best for your people.
What is she talking about?
Really?
Sorry, Viceroy. She is right. I am with the Republic, and you are under arrest.
Oh, I thought maybe they were in on it the whole time, but no.
Right.
Yay!
Those are...
Forgive me, Padme.
It is the Republic that should be asking your forgiveness, my old friend. Far too often we forget that our most important allies are not always the most powerful.
That is an excellent point. Oh my god, that was really good. Alright guys, let's talk. I really enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought, you know, obviously the Jar Jar humor is usually very like wacky, kind of slapstick kind of humor, and I know that doesn't set great with everybody, but I think it was done in the right doses in this one, and it was fun to have that little exchange between C-3PO and Padme of like, just kind of like, what was it? Battle droids? No, Jar Jar. Jar Jar. That was really fun. So I feel like they did it in the right doses, and they kind of acknowledged like probably the feeling that I know a lot of fans have had of like, oh come on, like give me a break with the crazy goofy humor. But I had a lot of fun with it. Oh my god, him thinking he was a Jedi, or him he wasn't even trying to pretend that he was a Jedi. That's what's really funny about it, is that he was not putting on at first. And then like when we actually got to see him trying to be like a Jedi, that was like the best thing ever of what he thinks that like a Jedi would act like and everything. That was really fun. Loved that he made friends with the slug creature. That was really sweet and fun. I love that it wasn't just like a completely predatory thing, like they ended up being friends. Seeing C-3PO was always fun. We don't get a lot of him. We don't get a lot of Padme. I was really glad to have a Padme focus app and just kind of showcase how she can 100% take care of herself, and in most cases other people around her. And I love that she can outsmart, she can outthink her enemy most of the time, but she also knows how to just like lay the smack down when she has to. She is quite the queen, if I do say so. So yes, we also got to see, so I think Viceroy is from the movie. I don't know about the other, like her uncle and everything, if they probably, I think we have at least seen members of their species at some point. I don't know if we actually got to see this character, but how sad to address that, like, even someone who was as close to her as family, because of the desperation that their people were in, they would go and make a deal, and even a deal that involved selling her out as a prisoner of war, which it really turned out to be much worse than that. But it really, you don't often, especially I feel like in maybe a lot of animated series and everything, when you're focusing on a battle or a war, I feel like maybe they don't go there and talk about like the people who are just really suffering, while all of the bigger planets and everything are more a part of the discussion and everything because of their resources or because of what's going on there or whatever. But kudos to them for bringing that up, that you know, the casualties of war aren't necessarily even the people on who are actively fighting in it. A lot of times it's just the people who are kind of left out in the cold. But it really shows the desperation that he must have been in. And I love that, you know, at the end, Padme was sorry to him for their people just having become like forgotten in everything, and suffering so much because of it. So it's funny how in an episode where we have like a lot of wacky humor, we have this kind of grim, serious address of what it means to be a galaxy at war and everything, and what that looks like for different planets. And so I really enjoyed it. I think the tone of the series is going to reflect that a lot. Well, it's always going to be fun and adventure. Like they're not afraid. Like I've seen that even just in the like 7, 8 episodes I've watched here, that like they're not afraid to show the kind of moral dilemmas and violence and loss and everything that goes with war. So very interesting dichotomy there, but I'm looking forward to more of it. And of course, like, I already love the characters, so them just getting to flesh them out even more and us seeing more of them in action is just a huge bonus, in addition to the great storytelling and what they're doing with the plot. So, all right, guys, I loved it. I had a blast with that. I hope you did as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.